Have you ever caught your child doing something and suddenly realized they learned it from you? Maybe it was a phrase, a habit, the way they handled frustration, the way they spoke to their mother, or maybe the way they spoke to themselves. Children are always learning. The question isn't if they're learning from you, it's what they're learning. Because long after they forgot most of what you told them, they'll remember the man they watched you become. Every father wants to leave something behind: a good life, a stable home, security, opportunity. Those things matter. But your greatest inheritance won't be found in a bank account. It will be found in your example. Children learn far more from observation than instruction. They notice how you treat their mother, how you respond when you're frustrated, if your word can be trusted, and how you handle failure. If your faith only exists on Sunday or follows you into Monday morning, long before your children understand your theology, they're learning your habits. And one day, many of those habits will quietly become theirs. Listen to Proverbs 27. The righteous man walks in his integrity. His children are blessed after him. Notice Solomon doesn't say the righteous man teaches integrity. He says the righteous man who walks in it. That's an important difference. Children don't simply inherit what they believe. They inherit what we consistently live. Integrity isn't something they first hear from our words. It's something they first see in our lives. Because fathers don't simply pass down beliefs, they pass down examples. Children become remarkably good observers. They notice everything, even when you think they aren't paying attention. They notice if prayer is something you practice or merely recommend. They notice how quickly you forgive. They notice if your words match your actions. None of us will model perfection. That's never the goal. What children need isn't a perfect father. They need an authentic one. A father who loves God, who repents when he's wrong, and who keeps growing. Who lets his children see that following Christ isn't about pretending you've arrived. It's about faithfully walking with him. Because one humble apology often teaches more than 100 perfect lectures. Here's a sobering thought. Your children may someday talk about marriage by describing yours. They may define manhood by remembering you. That's why fatherhood is so much bigger than providing. It's discipleship. Every ordinary day, you're answering questions your children may never ask out loud. What does a husband look like? How does a man handle failure? What matters most? Who does dad trust when life gets hard? They aren't only listening to your answers, they're watching your life. The encouraging part is this: you don't have to become a different man overnight. Every act of integrity, every prayer they see, every apology, every moment of patience, and every decision to honor Christ is quietly shaping the legacy they'll remember long after you're gone. This week, watch yourself through your child's eyes. Ask yourself, if my son became exactly like me, or my daughter married a man exactly like me, would I be grateful? If the answer is no, don't live in guilt. Choose one area and begin changing it today. Because your children are already learning. Give them something worth repeating. Next week, we're talking about one of the greatest responsibilities God gives a husband: protection. Not merely protecting your family physically, but guarding their hearts, their peace, and the culture of your home. Children rarely remember every lesson, but they almost always remember the life that taught it. Your greatest sermon will never be the one you preach. It will be the one you live. So become the kind of man you pray your children become. Not perfectly, faithfully. Because the legacy you leave tomorrow is being forged by the man you choose to be today. If this message encouraged you, subscribe and share it with another man who needs to hear it. Forged in faith, bound by covenant. Let's get to work.